your girl, Crizzy. I'm the cool girl of the group. Spicy over there. But I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Okay, which part of Dallas, Texas?
I'm from a little bit of everywhere. I'm from the north side, the south side. I'm good in any hood, T.
Okay. Well, I'm your girl, Tyra. Born and bred from Dallas, Texas, Southwest side.
Okay.
Southwest side.
Okay.
I guess y'all want to keep calling me Spicy Chic. What is spicy?
You spicy, mama.
I need to know how. I'm not bland.
You keep it spicy.
I'm not bland.
You know, we both spicy, but I'm like a mild spicy.
And I'm like, get some water spicy.
Yeah.
I'll take
some milk,
that.
not water. You need milk to cool that down.
I'll take that. Yes. So I guess Spicy Chic over here. What else? We're out that back seat.
We out the back seat.
We're out the chat.
Yeah, but how did we get here? How did we get here?
I don't know how to answer that now. From Houston to Dallas to Houston, and then Houston back to Dallas.
So a little bit about us. We met via a mutual, Tiffany.
Is it weird that I'm saying we met in the back seat?
It do feel kind of cheap.
Okay, it was a road trip. It was a girls' road trip.
And where were we going? What were we doing?
We were doing another show.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we don't say the show. Whatever. We were doing another show. We did a segment about 40s and single. Mm-hmm. But we were really taken by surprise.
Very much so.
Did we know exactly what we were getting into?
No, we thought we were talking about being MILFs, basically. Like being hot moms, you know, just
on the
that look young. No, we didn't think it was dating. We were just... I thought we were talking about being a older mom, but looking young.
Okay. I
that was my understanding.
How it was introduced to me too. Mm-hmm. But I was also just assuming that it was about just how our experiences has been thus far in the dating scene.
I never got the dating, so I was thrown for a loop.
Okay, well, we did good.
I think so.
I mean, it was kind of planned but impromptu.
Yeah. Just like us meeting.
So what were the...
Well, we have to tell them how we connected. She came and she got in the car and she was like, "You're so pretty." And I was like, "You're so pretty." And then we talked the whole ride to Houston. Like, we've known each other. And that was our first time meeting. So, yeah, we're in the back seat. You know, Houston from Dallas is what? A 4 hour, 3 hour, 30 minutes, 4 hour ride.
Right.
And we just had us a good damn time.
We did.
We had good conversation.
And that could be scary because you don't know me and I don't know you. So that could have been a long ride if we wasn't vibing.
Very, very, very awkward. It could have been.
See, in divine order, I think.
I love that we decided to do this podcast together, even though we don't know each other. I mean, we had 8 hours of conversation there. Well, no, on the way back we were asleep. So we had a good 4 hours of conversation with each other. Right. And we did discover that this is a passion of ours that we wanted to do.
So much in common. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're both born and raised in Dallas, Texas. We're both boy moms. Mm-hmm. 2 adult boys. Yeah. I mean, you still have your baby.
I do.
And then we love fashion. Mm-hmm. Love being chic.
We do.
And we love the mutual person who brought us together.
We do. Shout out to Tiffany. Thank you.
Well, she'll be on.
She will. She'll definitely come on.
So
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to know about the aftermath of the Houston segment that we did.
Okay. I think we can say that we did Nightcap on Fox Soul.
Okay.
I believe we can say that. I mean, because that was our experience. That's what we did.
Okay.
And we caught the bug. Like, we were like, I like this. I want to do this. Yeah. You know, I want to talk. We have so much to share and talk about. Like, let's do this.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so what did the people say?
The aftermath, the after, or like...
What did your fans say? Because you had fans in the comments.
You did.
I saw them.
I got a lot of good feedback. I mean, I really honestly didn't get negative feedback. So, it was good for me. But I know you... Come on. You got a little bit of everything.
I I did, but I'm also inquisitive, so I want to know, and I love feedback. So a lot of the feedback I kind of was soliciting. I'm like, so what you think?
Yeah.
How'd you like it? I mean, to me, because, you know, when I started my business, I feel like God was already kind of preparing me for the other things that was about to unfold in my life, because I thought that people were going to be way more supportive than they did when I opened my business, and they wasn't. But I did get a lot of support, you know, from the non-haters, but it to me was the same thing. So when we did our segment, I feel like people gave positive feedback, and then they also
Right, but what was the positive for you, and then what was the negative? Because we've talked about this in the group chat and those DMs. So go on, bring it out. Don't be shy.
I feel. Which one do you want first?
Let's
You want
do the
good
negative
or the bad?
No,
The negative.
Let's do the negative.
I just think some people. I don't want to just say verbatim, so I'll just say this. I just think some people will judge you before they really even know you.
I mean, that's
so, you know, like
human.
I kind of like did the little snippet of my statement or whatever. So of course I get
your statement was so controversial.
I know,
But to me it was the truth. But
it was controversial, but it's so many different clips on social media that kind of proves my theory.
So tell us your statement. What was your statement?
There's no such thing as a single man.
And why?
And I'm standing on that.
I'm gonna stand on it with you.
Okay, so
We standing on that.
one of my favorite guy friends, he made a point, well, if it's not any single man, what's the point of you dating? So I'm like, okay, it's wordplay. Of course the man could be single, but is he available? So that's really what it means. It's wordplay.
Yeah, it's wordplay for real. And I got that. I knew what you were saying because you did follow it up with he's either what?
Married, in a relationship. He has his eye on someone who he wants, but she doesn't want him.
She don't want you.
Lisa.
Be Lisa.
And not Kim.
Not Kim.
So, you know, his heart is with Lisa, but he over here with Kim. Or he could just be trying to get over someone from his past, and it's just hard to shake. Lisa is hard to shake.
Yeah.
Kim is like, he's not thinking about Kim.
Yeah.
But Lisa.
He's using Kim.
He's using
You have to give
Kim.
the analogy of Lisa and Kim.
Okay. Glad you asked. Okay, so my theory is Lisa is a woman of standards. She's a valuable woman of standards.
She ain't playing that shit.
She does not play. Okay. If you are a man who you have not matured, you have not gotten wiser, you could want Lisa, but it's hard for you to get Lisa because you just are not up for that challenge. When I say challenge, I mean Lisa comes with standards,
right,
and she has morals, and she's not budging. She's sweet and strict.
Okay.
And she's just not budging.
What's up with Kim?
Kim is just a placeholder.
Poor
Kim is... I don't want to say Kim is a fun girl necessarily. Kim, to me, she can be a fun girl.
She's definitely a fun girl. And Kim probably wants what Lisa has or is, but Kim just hasn't reached Lisa's level.
I don't think a lot of times. See, it's just...
It's too deep.
You know what? Lisa is just... She is what she is to me.
Okay.
Kim can be in so many different definitions because it could be a woman that does... you know, aspire to be like a Lisa, but it also could be a woman that she has no clue that she's a Kim, because I honestly think that men marry Kims. I think there's a lot, well, not all, but I do think some men marry Kim.
And that's why they be cheating.
And if you have the ring, you're not thinking about nothing of how Kim is conducting herself, and I'm trying to, no, you're like, I got the ring, I have his last name, I have the house, I have the kids, I'm taking the trips, I won. But according to the book, we'll talk about that, You can have the ring, but not his heart.
I agree. I have seen situations like that plenty of times. So I'm on your side with this one. Now,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes we be like, you know, we don't agree.
You
But
think so?
not all the time. I said sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, well, I have a different perspective, which is we don't want to always have the same perspective.
Yeah.
But on this one, I think you hit the nail on the head and it ruffled a few feathers. So kudos to you,
Some
boo.
men do agree, though.
Yeah, some do that are healed and honest, but that's a whole nother podcast. So,
So my goal for chic standards is for women to really kind of identify, are you Kim or are you Lisa? And then if you are Kim, how do we get to be a Lisa?
well, that takes self-accountability,
The inner
healing,
work.
therapy, inner work, you know, simply put, inner work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So does Lisa hang around Kim's?
possibly, yes.
Should Lisa be hanging around Kim's?
Depends on what kind of Lisa she is. I feel like there's many versions of Lisa, so
You think so?
yeah.
Okay.
There's a bad Lisa that's just Lisa don't give a fuck. Lisa gonna fuck your nigga.
You think Lisa will have...
Wait. I'm getting Lisa and Kim mixed up. Lisa is
Kim is Pick Misha.
Pygmisha. Kim. Okay, my bad. No, rewind.
Okay,
what's the
so,
question? Because
do you
girl, I got
think-
these ladies confused.
Do you think...
Because I'm hot. You know, your girl going through the change.
All right,
baby. I'm going
let's-
through the change.
Let's take it off. There you go.
All right.
You could really just take it off. Okay, but anyway.
Okay, take that off, trick.
Yes, look how cute you are.
Whatever. Okay.
Mariah the
Okay, so
scientist.
Kim.
So
is
no,
the Pick Misha.
does Lisa hang around Kim's?
Lisa might have a friend that is a Kim. Yes.
I agree, but
Yeah.
you know, the older I'm becoming, you know, once you hit your 40s, you just see things so differently. If you're doing the work, you see things differently.
Very true. And we need to get into that
Okay.
after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love my friends. I adore them. They mean the world to me. They are my everything.
Okay, Tony.
All right. But listen, I just find that in my past, I'm going to just be honest.
Please.
In my past, I was dusty. We got to be honest.
I love that
Because you said I
transparency.
skipped some stuff in my little intro. So this, okay, so Spicy Chic
Spicy
is keeping
Chic.
it raw and uncut.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be transparent. I just feel like I was dusty. I feel like almost all of the men that I was involved with before 40, dusty.
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 I'm not going to say every man for me was dusty, but baby, ugh.
Okay, so let's define dust, because then this
Ain't
one
no
makes,
need. Everybody know what dusty means.
But no, that could be subjective. Okay, so we're gonna define dust, because then that'll make sense of should a Lisa be around a Kim, because Puff Daddy is dusty.
He is a rich, dusty man. I'm going to try not to use the word nigga so much in this podcast.
How do they say it? High earning is different from high value. So to me, if you are not high value, you dusty. Because
Puff is
dusty could
dusty.
be, I just don't care how much money you make, but if you are a man that lacks integrity, you have no moral compass.
I feel like he has mama issues and daddy issues because his daddy wasn't around. But
Well, I mean,
I'm not
being
a
dusty,
psychiatrist,
but being dusty
but
can
I'm
be for
saying
many
that
reasons.
you said Puff, so I feel like that played a huge part in who he is and what he likes and how he uses his money to control and all this and that. Girl, don't get me started because I'm gonna go all into something else. So let's just stay on topic.
Okay.
But Puff is a dust. Okay.
He's dusty.
Right.
So I feel just
There's levels to dusty.
It's levels to dusty. And so I feel like most of those human beings in the past, they were dusty.
Okay.
And I feel like dust attract dust. So I have to just
see, that's where we're gonna deviate.
I mean, listen. Okay, so this is the thing. A man of standards and morals, he has zero tolerance for a dusty, for a pick-me-sha. He has zero tolerance for that. It's gonna take one time where you show emotional irregular. How do you say it? Irregular.
Girl.
Lack of emotional intelligence. Okay. And he's gone. He's gone. A man that has standards, a man that has morals, he works hard. Most importantly, he's a man of God. He does not have time for that. If you do not know how to control your emotions and you don't know how to effectively communicate, he doesn't have time for that, especially if he's a man of high value and high earning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he don't have time for that. He's gone. Dust attracts dust. Dust attracts dust. So all I'm just saying is, obviously, I needed to step back and undustify myself. So going back to what I'm saying, I consider myself a Lisa. It's kind of hard for me to be around some Kims at this point in my life. No judgment. I'm just like, if iron sharpens iron, Kims are going to be around Kims.
I agree. But sometimes Kim has a Lisa for a friend. And
so what do they have in common?
Well, they might have grew up together, and Lisa might have done the work, and because she loves Kim, she keeps her around. We don't know. It just varies, but everybody's different. But you do graduate, and you do realize that I can't be messing with Kim, because Kim she doesn't have it together, or she doesn't want to get it together, or she cannot get it together, whatever it is.
But Kim could be married and Lisa is single. So I know in our chat we was discussing some support of our love interests.
Whose love interest?
Well, definitely not mine.
I don't have one.
Well, do you feel like some of the guys that are pursuing you, do you feel like they are being non-dusty and being of support of your endeavors and your success and the things that you do?
I'm really not dealing with anyone. When we did the podcast, I had just recently stopped talking to a guy. He was upset because of my comment, whatever, but...
Okay, but you said you didn't get any negative
because
feedback.
He does not matter.
Talk about it.
What I said was the truth, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
and he's irrelevant. That was his opinion, does not matter to me.
The show destroyed your
girl. No, it didn't. It was destroyed.
It was destroyed
before that. It was destroyed before that. But in the past, I have had... endeavors, business endeavors, and I've done plays and music videos and t-shirt business and all that. So the partner that I did have was very supportive. So I can't really speak to any negativity or anything like that for me, because if I don't have a supportive partner, then for me it's like, you're a hater. What are we doing? Like, I don't like that.
Right. Mine's just the opposite. I can think of two particular people that I thought would have been supportive, and they just wasn't. I mean, one did the fake support. Let me know if you need something. But I opened the showroom. He never came. But you're FaceTiming, you're asking questions about it.
So how long did that last for you?
Too long.
You stayed in it for a minute?
Too long.
Because you were still in your... But no, okay, that's Tiana. You was like... that probably catapulted you into another level of yourself.
Not at that time.
When it ended?
No.
Oh, you had to go through some more?
I did.
Oh.
Dusty.
Okay, well, you're a recovered Dustiana.
So that was one non-supportive person. And then the other person, which was a business owner. So I found that to be so odd.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're a business. And I would ask him business questions because I don't know.
No support.
No support. Silent. On mute.
So was that the catalyst to you figuring out you was a Dustiana and you needed to do some self-reflecting? Girl, you had some more?
Because when you're in, okay, so if you're in a house that's full of dust and you're just in there dwelling, you're not realizing this house is dusty.
Okay.
Unless somebody comes in and they're like, girl, it's dusty in here. You may need to clean this up. Or until you get out the house and then you try to come back in, or you come back in and you realize this is dusty. So for me, I just did not realize that I'm in these dusty situations. That's so funny how we got on this dust. I'm in this dusty situation until I got out the dust.
Sometimes it takes for you to get out the dust.
Once I got out,
that you were in some dusty
yeah, you
shit.
start reflecting. You're like, what? Why was I dealing with that?
Girl,
why was I putting up with that?
Like, relationship. He was so
dusty.
I want to fight myself so bad. Like, girl.
Wait, okay, so do you feel like you were dusty?
I don't.
Have you ever been dusty? Don't try it.
I don't really. I'm not gonna say I would. Well, I guess we need to define what dusty is. Maybe it is dusty, but I do realize that I was operating out of a space of trauma, a space of daddy issues. So that allowed me.
What's dusty though for you?
Yeah, like.
What's dusty to you?
No, I think I need to know what your dusty is.
My dusty is when you lack standards. Okay. Standards.
Then I was dusty.
Yeah. So, and then, okay, we're going back to the Kim thing because I do feel like Kim can be dusty. You just low effort. You accept low effort.
Yeah. Okay, bitch, I was dusty.
I hate to say it like that, but can we call a duck the duck?
I don't want to be dusty, but I was a dusty girl.
But you're not dusty anymore.
I'm not. I dust myself off, baby.
We undustified. So, see?
Yeah, I was dusty.
I'm okay with saying before I was dusty. I'm not dusty anymore. Okay, so going back to you. He was a dusty.
He's probably still a dusty.
Because
of what?
Why is he dusty?
He just lacked morals. He did not have good character. He had narcissistic traits.
Narcissists are dusty.
They're dusty as fuck. Like he always needed someone. So it's like you always have something in the cut because
you don't know how to be by yourself.
You don't know how to be by yourself, but you also know you're going to do something to where this person is going to leave you at some point because you know you're not a good person. So you need a backup type thing. But I don't even want to get into that. He was dusty. I was pissed once I really started seeing. I had even been through therapy and all that, and I was really mad at myself. Like, I was so mad. Because why would I allow that?
Why did you attract? That's my point. Dust attracts dust.
No. Well, I guess, okay, when you say it like that, because I keep, I'm like, no, I'm not fucking dusty. But
you're not attracting him anymore.
Very true.
See?
Very true.
That's how you know you're not
very
dusty.
True. I use the word just trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, dusty. I don't like that because.
Well, you're not that anymore.
I don't feel like I was dusty then. But yeah, I was operating out of a traumatic space, and I thought I had learned myself. I don't know. I'll come up with something and I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm curious.
Yeah, but I mean, dusty, it's all whatever. But yeah, so I was pissed, at myself, and my friends were like, why are you so upset? You were too good for him. And I'm like, yo, bitches, it ain't about him. It is about me. Why the fuck would I allow that? And even, you know, I seen it, but, you know, it's just like, well.
Because it's like, when do you draw the line? That's where women get kind of messed up in the head when it comes to if they should keep going with this person. Because you'll have some friends. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Take that back. Don't air quote them. Friends that will encourage you to keep entertaining. I'm just calling it what it is, dust. They'll keep encouraging you because of what they tolerate.
My friends were not like that. My friends weren't like, leave him.
That's
like,
good.
he don't, girl.
I feel like I used to hear a lot
my friends were like, what are you doing?
Because you were too cute for that.
Yeah, he was ugly. He was an ugly Dusty.
Oh, them are the worst. Them are the worst because they usually didn't get any. Okay.
No, he's so slick. He's had beautiful women. He gets beautiful women because he's just a talker. Like, he know what he's doing. But girl, I don't want to talk about him. Anyway.
Okay, we're not going to talk about him, but I'm about to bring up a point, though.
All right.
It goes back to childhood.
It does.
Yes, because listen, if you were a lame back in the day, and then, because you know lames.
That's not where I was going with the back to childhood.
I'm going to go back. I'm going back to this.
You know, I think I'm a psychiatrist, so I'm like, no, it was like he has mommy issues like Puff.
But Puff was kind of lame too. When you watched the documentary, he was lame. He was very. Okay, so when
you're right.
Little boy lame grows up to be a big dog, he's successful, good looking, working out. He still has that 6-year-old little boy that's stuck inside of him who knew, like, the cute popular girls didn't give him no play. So now he's this 45-year-old man that's still like dealing with the internal lame little boy, and he's taking it out on everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
He's taking it out on everybody. That's true. Dusty.
Okay, we can go on and on with this dust. I'm over it.
Okay, let me say this. I did watch this video yesterday that described the 3 different tiers of women. Okay. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And it kind of,
you didn't share that with me.
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
It's a really good video. It's 13 minutes long and it's eye-opening. Okay, so tier 1 women. When it comes to the male's perspective, it talks about how tier 1 women to the male perspective is that girl. Okay. He's doing whatever he has to do. She's Lisa. Okay. To get that girl. Okay. He's putting all the work in. He's planning the dates. He's calling to see how her day went.
But what makes her... Well, I'm going to let you finish. Go ahead.
Tier 2. Tier 2 is the one that he likes her, but he's just unsure. So he leaves the door open for other opportunities. Okay. Tier 3 is a fun girl. Yeah. He's just texting at night. You really just bored. You only see him at night because he just doesn't think highly of you. Okay. So towards the end of the video, it talks about how usually they are going to treat that woman how they feel they're perceived. So if they treat you like a tier 1, it's because he sees himself as a tier 1. If they treat you like a tier 3,
like a mirror.
Yes. If he's treating you like a tier 3,
like he feels about himself. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So you're showing low effort. I don't really know.
Low effort.
Because you are low effort. Dusty. That's what I'm saying.
So bad, but I'm trying to be a lady.
So tier 1 women, it doesn't have anything to do with how she looks, her accolades, her zip code, what she's driving.
It's about how he feels.
It's about her standards. Chic standards. Okay. It's about her standards.
Okay.
So my standards requires for you to book a date.
So listen.
Or schedule or whatever.
Book, date, whatever. Yeah. I think I'm so confused. And this is kind of like going back to the show that we did, the nightcap, the conversation. Because I don't know what's up with men. Like, they seem very uninterested in planning a damn date.
Yeah, because he's a tier 3 kind of guy.
Yeah, I just leave them where they at. Like, once I see that, it's like, when I'm gonna see you. When the fuck you think you're gonna see me? When you plan a date?
Okay,
What kind of question is that?
I love it. I want you to show me exactly who you are.
Oh, me too. I'm just saying.
I
It's just
love
like,
it.
it's alarming because a lot of men are that way. So am I dusty?
No. Why would you be
Because
a dusty?
you said dust attract dust.
No, okay. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to send you the video. So, based off
I'm
of
questioning
your
my life.
standards, okay, based off of how you are setting the standards for yourself, okay, so that means you're setting the standards to be a tier 1 woman, right?
Definitely.
So you are either not going to be approached by tier 3s, tier 2s, or dusties, or they're going to
Are
approach
dusties below
you.
tier 3?
Tier 2 and tier 3, those are dusties.
Okay. All right.
When it comes to men, those are dusties to me. Okay, so either you're not going to be approached, or you will be approached, but you're going to scare them off. I don't want to say scare them off, but you will
scare 'em off.
discourage them to
Okay.
keep pursuing you because of your standards, which is what we want.
For sure. I mean, I've met some guys, and you know they're gonna hit you with. So when I'm gonna see you?
Blocked.
Wait, did you plan a date? They blocked. They just cut themselves off because they see I'm not playing.
Right.
Like, I don't want to. Don't WYD me
Blocked.
all damn day.
Ooh, blocked. Block. 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 Block.
Like, ugh.
Block. Block. Block.
So
block.
really, that just has me to this point where I'm at right now, T. Like, yeah. So I'm not interested.
But you have, okay, but listen, see, this is what
It's
women
so
don't
tiring.
understand is when you're doing the inner work, you are really focused on keeping those tier 1 standards.
For sure.
You're going to have a lot of lonely nights.
I'm cool with that
phone is
now.
going to be
It's so dry.
drier than a
It's
Papa
so-
biscuit.
Oh, and them some dry ass biscuits, even with honey.
Dry.
I'm cool with that. I've gotten to the space where
Are you really?
I am.
Sometimes I'm not. I'm being honest. Sometimes it's
I'm cool
the
with
other
it.
night it was storming raining.
You do be wanting that little
Man.
cuddle. Yes, times like that, but it's not like I'm like consciously like, oh, I want to be in a relationship. As like now,
Like you're not a pick Misha.
even when I wanted to be in a relationship back in, when I wanted to be, when I thought I wanted or needed a man, yeah, I'm just not in that space. Like, I'm cool with where I'm at. It's peaceful. My house is clean. I don't have to do, no laundry. I don't have to clean up piss off the toilet. I don't have to be stressed about nothing, really. It's just so peaceful there.
Small ways, bills paid, house clean, fridge
what?
full.
So
Feels
I'm good.
Wonderful.
I mean, do I want a partner? Yes. But I'm just not, like, that's not my focus.
Okay, at the end of the day.
The day got to end.
Who says that?
Gorilla.
Okay. I'm like, I keep hearing that. Who
The
says
day got to
that?
end. So,
I don't want to be with nobody else, man.
yeah, I don't want that either.
But when I say that, I'm not talking about being a side chick. What I'm talking about is I do not want a man that's present with me, but your heart
It's with someone else.
is with Lisa.
Yeah.
You can go.
How do you gauge that?
To me, it's obvious if you're doing the inner work. If you're not doing the inner work, then dust is going to attract dust.
Oh, my God.
I'm just going to keep saying it.
I'm just going to contemplate if I'm dusty.
I feel like you'll know when a man is invested because he's going to tell you. He's going to have plans.
That is very true.
He's
I've
going to
seen
let
that
you
as
know.
well.
Lord bless his soul. My ex was so determined.
Yeah.
He was so determined.
To show
What?
you he was for
Yes.
real. As for me, I've never been in love.
Ever?
What I thought was love then
Yeah.
it was not love. So I can look back and say I've never been in true love.
I don't know if I have either. I think I
Even with
loved
him?
I don't think I was in love. I think I loved him immensely. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've loved
I
I
don't know what it means to be in love. What does that mean?
Oh, girl. So we're going to have like a book club day or something. But this Bell Hooks, All About Love, I read that book and there was just this line that stuck out. And she was like, love is the nourishment of another person's soul. And that for me, I'm like, yes, because you want the best for this person like we want for our children, right? I want to see you well. I want to see you happy. I want to see you doing good, and I'm going to help you do that as long as you're doing the work. So
that's when you know you're in love.
Well, I guess that's just love. When you know you're in love.
How you know if you ain't never been?
That's a really great question. We need some guests. We need someone to come on and tell us what it's like to be in love because we ain't had that in our life.